What hand then? It's your boy Real yeah, man. I was just in my thoughts today. And get what came up in my mind. Crack babies. And the detriment to society. What was the impact on the community when the crack babies were born? You know, that's a subject that we never, ever talk about. Crack babies. Did they live? Did they die? Did they grow up? And if they did grow up, what kind of impact did they make to the society? You know? Crack babies. Man, that's a deep ass subject. That's something that black people never talk about. We all have heard the word, the phrase crack babies. But we never talk about the impact of the society. What would these group of people do when they growed up? How would they act? How would they live? Would they grow up and have families? You know, would they be ordinary people? You know, crack babies. Let that shit sink into your mind. Crack babies. We never. That's a touchy subject that we never ever talk about. Think about it now. Crack babies. You know, they say it's a crackhead in every family. But in reality, it's crack babies in all families in America. Every family in America raised a crack baby or raised crack babies, if you know what I mean. You know, we can even go back to the movie New Jack City. You know, they was telling you about the crack era, you know, but they never did show you what happened after that movie came out. You know, in the black culture, we all had somebody in our family, an uncle, or auntie, a daddy, or a mother, a grandmama. You know, some of them was still having babies. You know, and they was getting geek. You know what I'm saying? They was smoking crack. You know, but we never asked the question, like, those children that these people had during that time. You know, they had a phrase that probably still exists to this day. It's called geek freaking. You know, and these people that were smoking crack, they had babies. You know, and it's the year 2024, and these so-called crack babies, they grown right now. And we all know who they are. We know the little cousins. We know the little brother, the little sisters. We know who the crack baby is in our family. You know. What's crazy, them the ones that grandma love. The ones that grandma babied all the time, kept close, you know. And these particular kids, you know, they got grown, you know. They didn't just die after they were born. They got grown. They look just like me and you right now. Now, some of them might not look exactly like me and you. Some of them might have little cone heads, little egg heads and shit like that. And you just wonder why this nigga head shaped like that. You know what I'm saying? This nigga don't look like nobody else in the family. You know what I'm saying? But the family, nobody's nigga got an egg head. You know what I'm saying? That's some shit we just kept up under the hat. You know what I'm saying? We kept that shit up under our hat. We never spoke on this shit. These are the little bad little motherfuckers that we just call eating it. Bad. That little bad little motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And the little motherfucker, they just terrorized. You know what I'm saying? Time they came out the womb, you know, they terrorized. They didn't know how to sit down. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't play with the rest of the kids, you know. They just did what they, you know, what a crack baby will do, you know. This shit was all just like I want to say it was like damn, let me find the right word. It was like a test that they ran on the community, you know what I'm saying? You know, the government put this shit out here in the 80s, you know. I know most definitely in the 90s, you know. Me coming up as a kid, we knew about crack, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, it was a lot of kids being born back then, bro. A lot of kids being born. And we always ask the question, why is the community so fucked up? You know, why we can't get ahead? Why are these youngsters so senseless? But we never think about the millions of kids that was born hooked on crack. Never think about that shit. Think about it right now. While you looking at me, think about it. Man, there's millions of kids in the United States that was born hooked on crack. And they ain't kids no more. They grown. They got their own families. Matter of fact, the penitentiary is full of crack babies. You know what I'm saying? They grown. They living and breathing right now. They didn't just die when their mother gave birth to them. They growed. They growed up. They were healthy, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like that's something we need to speak about. The crack baby. There's some shit the black culture just kicked up under the rug, you know what I'm saying? That's a touchy subject that we never ever speak about. Think about it. This part one, crack baby.